Hi there, my name is Gladys Famoriyo, and I'm going to be speaking to you about how to stop living up to people's expectations. Now, I remember a few years ago when I was in the gym, I just started spin classes, and I'd been going at it for just a short period of time. And I was in one particular class, and I was coming to the end of a 45-minute session. So I was probably about 5 minutes away before the end of the class. And I just heard this guy shout from the back. It wasn't the teacher, by the way. It wasn't the instructor. It was just some person behind me shout, "Come on, you could do more than 34 kilometers." And I'm like, okay. Now, the old me would have turned around and given him a piece of my mind, like, I won't use the wordings I would have used. But you know what? Because I already was on a journey to self-improvement, I just turned around politely and said, you know what? Mind your own business. And I said it in a polite way, but in a way that he got the message. And the reason why I did that was because he had no clue about my journey. He wasn't even aware that just 10 minutes ago I was doing 120k. He didn't know anything about what I'd done in the past. More importantly, he doesn't know about my journey. He doesn't know my strengths. He doesn't know my abilities. So why should I conform to what he has said? And I think, unfortunately, we're living in a society now where there's a lot of us who are conforming to what people are saying. And by doing that, we are losing the essence of our uniqueness. And so I personally made a decision a few years back to make my personal lifelong goal to be the very best me that I could be, period. Forgetting about looking at what the Joneses are doing, not looking at what my neighbours are doing. So if I'm setting any competition, it's with myself. So maybe I did 35 yesterday. Perhaps today I can do 36 or 37 and gradually build it up. What I'm not going to be doing is try and live up to other people's expectations. Why? Because I've discovered, number one, it's tiring. Number two, it's unsustainable because it's the fake me and I can't sustain that. So I decided to do something I learnt, what Jesus Christ talked about in the Bible in Matthew 28, I believe it was, where he talked about, in the Message version, he talks about the unforced rhythms of grace. And that's just like, where you're just going through life, using your natural abilities, your skills, working at the pace that is right for you, as opposed to conforming and putting a yoke on your neck and it becoming a burden to you. So just in case somebody who might have shouted out to you to say, do better, go faster, go higher, whatever, just turn around to them and say, mind your own business and find what works for you, as opposed to trying to live up to the expectations of other people. Remember, it's unsustainable, it's unattainable, and you will struggle with that over time. So be yourself, but more importantly, be the very best you that you can be.